All right, so you see everything on this desk. There's a lot of stuff on my desk. It might seem messy to a lot of you guys, but it's very functional. Here's one very important thing about ADHD. Away from sight is away from mind, and my mind forgets a lot. So if you have ADHD or just struggle to stay organized, this video is gonna make a lot of sense. Let me show you why everything is exactly where it is. When you have an ADHD brain, you have to work with it, not against it. We are not trying to fit into what others think it's normal. We need to help our brain so that our brain will work better for us. If something I need to remember is stored away, I'm not gonna remember it. For example, my vitamins, they live on my desk. I actually used to have like 3 different vitamins because I actually need a lot of supplements, but I'm kind of broke right now. These are the only ones left, the last remaining survivor. The same goes for this gum. This gum in specific has xylitol, which is really good at keeping the balance of the pH in your mouth, which is very important for not getting that white stuff that I forgot the name. You know that stuff that grows and breaks your teeth? But if that gum was not on top of my desk after every meal, yes, I eat at my desk, I would forget to take it. But because I can see it, I always take it. The same with my water bottle. It even says stay hydrated right there. Before having my water bottle on top of my desk, I would not drink water throughout the day. And now I consistently drink 2 liters of water every single day. Wrist rests. Now, I actually do have very sensitive wrists and I am prone to carpal tunnel problems. These wrist rests are lifesavers. I can no longer be at the PC and type or use my mouse without them. It feels so weird. These ones in specific were actually given to me by someone in the community. I have a public wish list and anyone can send me gifts through it. When someone saw the state of my old ones, they decided, girl, you need new ones. And that's how I got these. Another important thing is my Korean study material. Currently, I have these books and the notebook, whatever I'm using to study during that week. I do schedule time in my day to study, but having my books constantly on top of my desk is a really good visual reminder for me to actually do it. Now, this is probably something that a lot of you also have on top of your desk. My consoles and my PC. As a gamer, where else would they be? I play everything at my desk setup. I have my PlayStation 5, my sister's Nintendo Switch, and my PC. All my gaming needs. If you ask where my controllers are, they're right there. They used to live on my desk, but it's not something that I actually need. Whenever I need to play, I can just reach back and get one. Now for content creation, of course, I have to have decent light. I do stream a lot in the later hours of the day. I hate only having, the ceiling lights, whatever. So these 2 smaller Elgato lights are ideal for me. The big ones blind me. My eyes are not the best, so these ones are more than enough for me. They are what is lighting the video right now. I also have Govee lights right behind the camera in my setup. These can set the mood if I want to change colors. Now, this is a thing that some people find weird, but I have a second camera on top of my desktop. This actually is not pointed at me, but pointing at the couch where Pixel usually is laying, sleeping like this during live streams. Everyone can see Pixel. Do you need to look at me? No, you can look at Pixel. I love watching people's reactions when they see Pixel or when they notice there's a dog cam or when Pixel goes away and people are like, no, Pixel, come back. It's adorable because we all know that Pixel is the true star. My mic has also these little leaves, as you can see. I used to only have these ones until someone said you should change them with seasons. And this year during the summer, we actually had sunflowers here. And I'm already thinking that I need to get something for winter. Recommendations, please? What should I get for winter? And these, my 2 rubber ducks that I got during my trip to the Netherlands. There's a whole thing with rubber ducks with developing debugging. You guys can look it up if you're interested, but these are the ones I bought during my trip. When I went to the Netherlands, it was my first time seeing a shop only with rubber ducks. So of course I had to get one. I actually got two. Lastly, I have a couple other things that are just good for my accessibility. I have cloth for cleaning my glasses that if you wear glasses, you know they're constantly dirty. I usually switch between these earphones and my headset. I do not have a headset rest, but it rests on my desk. I also have this little temperature humidity reading. If you've been to Portugal, you know that humidity is just everywhere. And with the rain coming back, I just like having the notion of my room condition. And sometimes when people don't believe that it's actually colder inside than outside, I have proof. Again, it might look like a lot for you guys, but I like having everything accessible right here instead of me having to go look for it, because you know I will probably ignore the problem if I don't have the solution at my fingertips. This is what I do to work with my brain, not against it. If you have ADHD, you just have to embrace the organized chaos. I know exactly where everything that I need is. For other people, it might look like everything is just all over the place and very chaotic. For me, this is organized. Your setup does not need to be perfect or static or anything else. It just has to work for you and what you need. So these are all the things in my setup that just make sense for me as a content creator with ADHD. If you also have ADHD or struggle with staying organized, what are your must-have? What makes your space work for you? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to stay in the Pattyverse and want to see how I actually cleaned my entire setup, you can click on this video right here. And I will see you guys in the next one.